with your
Hey.
fingers. We all four of us on this panel thought that digital meant online or something, or yeah,
Oh no, no,
sexting,
online don't.
texting.
Online, oh no, no. See, that don't mean nothing unless it happens. You follow what I'm saying? But when it's
Mm.
all when there's them but you better read those texts. If money comes to play, you already know what's gonna go down. You know what I'm
Wow.
saying? Especially when it
Wow.
comes to men. Especially when it comes to men. Like I said, fair exchange ain't no robbery. If I'm spending some money, you're gonna give me some of that honey. It's just the way it is, baby.
Oh wow. All right.
Hey, good morning. It is July the 10th, and we are here live at Maker's Gym in downtown Frisco. I'm here with Emery and Charmy and my friend Rondine, and we are here to talk this morning on the topic, what do you define as cheating? Man, we're so excited about this topic, and I thank you guys for joining us on this morning. Thank you for being a part of this episode, Emery and Charmy and Rondine. So we're going to get started here now, and we're going to just go dive right into what do you, in all caps, bold, probably a 56 font, defined as cheating?
Love it.
Hey, everybody could get to chime in now.
All right.
All right. Where the cricket's at? It's cheating to me. I feel like is disrespecting the connection that you have with your mate. In a usually in a sexual way or some kind of flirty type of way. That's how I define it.
That's good. That's good. For me, I agree with that statement. And but as women, we also would define it as emotional as well. Because as women, we are emotional beings.
Right.
And so
Right.
therefore, for us, when the emotion is lost, then the relationship is lost. What about you, Rondi?
Well, I would define it as if you're giving your attention away to someone else other than, your significant other, right? If you're confiding in them, you're, just spending a lot of time with them, you're talking to them more than you're talking to your significant other or your spouse, you're developing that intimacy and that emotional connection with them, right? And so when you're with your significant other or your spouse, now there's nothing to talk about. It's almost like you're becoming a little bit detached from the person that you're with because you're spending more time with this other person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, you can look at that in the instance, though. What about a person that's obese? They like to eat food. So would you define that, a person that's indulging in food and not paying attention to their significant other, is that a form of cheating too?
Could be. It's all about your perspective.
See, because to me, emotional, if you're defining it as emotional, what about the person that's having a full-blown affair on the internet with a person they've never met? What's your thoughts on that?
That still can be emotional, right? Because what are you texting that person? Are you emailing that person? You're liking their pictures, right? So that's that emotional connection. It's not physical, but it's emotional, right? You're developing an intimate emotional relationship with that person on the internet.
So we're defining right now then cheating is emotional and not just sexual. Everybody's agreeing with that? It's emotional and not just sexual?
I will agree with that.
I will
Let me
too.
just say that because, we got two different dynamics here. You have men's perspective, then you have a woman perspective. And for the most part, women are very emotional beings, and so for us, I can't speak for everyone. I'm going to talk about Charmy. Let's just talk about Charmy. So for a relationship to work for Charmy, I personally believe in order for that relationship to work that there has to be a connect not only physically but also spiritually. And emotionally. Because I have slept with many people that I had no emotional attachment to. I slept with them, just bottom line, point blank. They didn't mean anything to me. but even the physical side of it didn't get my emotional side tied to that moment. You see what I'm saying? But when I call myself being in an actual relationship with somebody, there was also not just a physical connection with that person, but it was an emotional connection with that person. I'm talking about Charmy. I can't speak for other people. I'm talking about Charmy right now. And so therefore, for me, the emotional side with the physical side became what I began to really love about the relationship as a whole. You not only had me physically, but you had me emotionally. And when that emotional detachment, right, became like all over the place because you're over here with that person or that person got a piece of you, and then I began to feel the disconnect. Now I'm like, who you cheating with?
And you
now,
lose them physically.
Exactly. But now you may be like, well, I'm not cheating on you, but yet Tina, I'm just putting a name out there.
We're not
Tina,
talking about a real Tina, so
no,
don't get offended
listen,
out there.
please, Tinas, don't get offended. I'm just throwing a name. I just said I'm throwing a name out there. But Tina is texting you at 12 o'clock in the morning saying, hey, how you doing? Now my emotions are already somewhere because you're no longer attached to me emotionally because we feel that, like you say, the feeling is there. And so now I'm like, okay, there got to be something going on. There's something going on. And you like, I'm not cheating on you because in your mind as the man, I'm not physically having an affair. I'm not physically sleeping with nobody. But in my mind as a woman, but she has your attention. She has this. She has that. And so that disconnect is there. So for me, you cheating on me.
Right.
I'm talking about Charmy.
Okay, so let's
And a
what
lot
do
of
you
times-
think about that, Emery? Because women are emotional creatures, but see me, I guess I'm more. I could be more masculine too, because you know what, dude, you can give it to me, you can hit it real good, and you can push on down the road. I can give you the deuces.
Yeah. Yeah. Well. Yeah, I feel like. I don't disagree that cheating. Okay, cheating is not only physical.
Okay.
I definitely do. I do agree with that. There's some emotion to it, but clearly, in most cases, women are more emotional about it than men. But if some other woman has your attention like that, we can, that can be cheating. But I do feel like we have to set the parameters before we get to going on what you think it is, you know what I'm saying, and what I think it is. What
So
cheating
you're
is.
saying setting your clear boundaries up front with each other.
Yeah, and then so most of us aren't smart enough to do that, especially because in the beginning we just la giddy.
Right.
But eventually, whenever that subject comes up, we need to, those boundaries need to be set and then we also need to be open-minded enough to understand that just because you think this is cheating doesn't mean it's cheating. So we may have to unpack why you think that's cheating.
Right.
You know what I'm
Like the
saying?
topic we were talking about off air about the wife is separated a little bit from her husband because of his relationship with his mom.
Yeah. Yes, that's what I'm. So yeah, even on that subject is to me that's the same thing. We need to explore why you think that's cheating, because it's not cheating. It's disrespectful, and you're belittling your wife, maybe. All of those things, but it's not necessarily cheating. But I want to know why you think it's cheating. We need to unpack that. Like, where did that come from? Who did that? Because at the end of it, I'm paying for what Bobby Earl did to you.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
You hear that, Bobby Earl? Are you out there?
That's it.
Where
I'm
you
gonna
at,
use Bobby Earl a lot.
Where
I'm gonna
you
use
at?
Bobby Earl a lot. But no, because that's what we focus so much. We swear we're so healed after somebody.
Right.
But we're not.
Right.
Most
Yeah.
we're just not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're
Right.
a lot better off. But if we haven't checked those emotions that pop up when you meet that new guy, and if anybody gives off a vibe like Bobby Earl, you cut him off.
Right.
You're not healed. I know you want to be warned. You know, these are warning signs. I get it. But if you cutting them off, you're not healed.
Right.
Because he's not Bobby Earl. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
yeah.
I'm
But he
not
wear
him.
that same cologne,
But
though, Emery.
right.
That's
That's your
my
trigger. Right. So exactly. I want to know why. Like, why does my Polo
Right.
Red bother you? Like,
Right.
like it smells amazing.
Right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it bothers you. So we need to really get to that and unpack it. And then if I care enough about you and where you're at, I'll change my cologne.
Yeah.
And then if you care enough about me, sometimes you will let me wear it.
Right.
Yes, that's
Gotcha.
true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
It can't be just, well, I've been hurt, so you do it how I want you to do it. You're going to lose
Right.
Yeah.
every
My
single
way or the
time.
highway.
That's true.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So why is that cheating? Why is the mom, why is the, guy who's a mama's boy pretty much cheating to you? Not, you know what I'm saying? Like, we need to unpack that.
Mm-hmm. I
Yeah,
agree.
yeah.
What about you, Rondi?
Well, and I think it's more so about just another woman having to be in competition with another woman. You know, I
That
think
sounds like
that's-
girl stuff.
Right.
Well, yeah,
Like, no disrespect, because
Right.
that's a competition thing. And like, if it was to be the same for,
a man.
if you was a daddy's girl, I got to go up against what he say.
That's
well,
so
That's-
well,
true.
and,
that's
and I want to
competition
throw this
for
out
us.
there too, because some women, they go home and they're in church and they may go home and tell their husband, well, the pastor said that we should do it this way.
Same thing.
And the pastor said that we should do it this
Yeah.
way. So sometimes a man can feel like, well, I need to go to church with you because who is this pastor?
Doing all this,
Yeah,
and you
telling-
following him.
and you following everything that he's saying, and
Yeah.
so now you're interrupting our marriage, telling me that this is what the pastor said that should be done.
So that can be a form of cheating as well. Then you saying.
Well, now he's in competition with the pastor.
But
Yeah.
is competition though defined as cheating?
I
We
would say.
we compete. Hey, we have one caller calling in. Let's take this caller right now. Good morning. You're on live at Extraordinary Jewels with Authentic Conversations.
Okay. Hello. How you doing? How you guys doing today?
Hi. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. What's the topic today?
The topic today is, what do you define as cheating?
What do I define as cheating? Well, any can I be explicit? Or?
We want you to be explicit because this is Authentic Conversations, talking about real issues through real talk.
Precious.
Okay. Oh, okay. Well, what do you consider cheating? Well, what I consider cheating is this: whenever there's like some type of sexual intercourse, some type of sexual intercourse being displayed. It could be digital, it could be oral, or it could be penetration. You follow what I'm saying? That's what I consider cheating. And also when there's monetary to be gained. Like, for example, if you're a married woman and you asking another man for money to buy you stuff and everything like that, and you got a man at home, that's cheating also. It's gonna lead to it's gonna lead to the physical stuff. You follow what I'm saying?
So, caller, you're saying that I can't be a wife and be a hoe too.
Say what? Well, you could be a hoe to your husband. You could be a hoe to your husband. You follow what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure he'll love that. But you follow what I'm saying? But you can't be out there, you know what I'm saying, trying to be other hoes with, trying to be a HO with other men out there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
We understand what you're saying, caller. Yes.
Yeah. So what
Yeah,
you're saying?
Say what?
A wife should never ask another man for money. if
A
it's not her
wife should
husband.
never. Exactly, or if it's her brother or her father, you know what I'm saying? Like if my wife asks another man for money and stuff like that, she walks through that door, she has a better chance of surviving COVID. You know what
I know that's right, my G.
You follow what I'm saying? Because I already know what's going down.
Yeah.
So there is not a
follow what I'm saying?
vaccine for your fist.
No.
Don't catch
Because
these hands.
I already know what's going down. I mean, you asking another man for money. I already know what's going down. Men ain't gonna give you money just like that. They're gonna want something in return. It's just the way it is, just our nature. Y'all follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so most men, they find out what your weaknesses are first when they capitalize on that.
Wow.
We opportunists.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? If we know she got a beat up car, she got a messed up car, we know she's gonna need a ride one of these days. So.
Wow, Emery, what chime in on that? He said that men find out our weaknesses and you're exploiters.
Yeah, absolutely.
Of course we
Wow.
find out your weaknesses.
Absolutely.
Because it's just our nature. We hunters. That's what hunters do.
That's
Hunters, when
exactly
we
what it
hunt, when the
is.
lion, you know what I'm saying, we go after the weak. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We find out the weaknesses.
Mm.
Yeah.
Right. Because we always know most women weaknesses are it's always monetary things. So you know what I'm saying?
So you men go after married women?
No. I ain't
Not
say
like
I
that.
said monetary. I didn't say married women there. I ain't say that.
Well,
It does happen though. I want
Okay.
to say it does happen because a lot of married women are not happy.
mm.
So I'm not one of those, but we will, spot you out if you're not happy. And
Well,
if he's not
but-
spending enough money, not spending enough time, whatever he's not doing, we'll do that.
Wow.
only if she's a bad chick. Only if she's a bad chick. If she's a bad chick. If she's not a bad chick, she ain't gonna get nothing. No. You follow what I'm saying? So she gotta be a bad chick. You know
What
what I mean?
what state are you calling from, caller?
Say what?
What state are you calling from?
What state?
Yes.
Oh, I'm calling from Texas.
Texas. Okay.
Yeah, I'm down here in Texas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anybody
but
else
if
want
it
to
was-
chime in with this caller?
No, actually, I mean, I thought it was good.
Okay, caller. So one last thing for you. So you said
Okay, what's
that could be sexual, whether it be digital, oral, or penetration. When you're talking digital, are you talking like having
Online.
an
Fingering.
online?
No. Digital means putting his finger, all around her private area, stuff like that, while she's playing with his little
shoot.
pipe and everything like that. You know what I'm
I thought he
saying?
was talking
Digital.
about online.
Oh, that's what I thought.
we
Not
thought digital,
digits. Not
right?
digits. That's
You're
funny.
talking digits, like our phalanges,
No, when I
our
say digital,
fingers.
that's before. That's before computer, man. That stuff been happening for a very long time. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes some women will let you do digital. They'll do oral, but they won't let you do the penetration. They won't let you penetrate them.
Right. Well, that's a good perspective, caller. We appreciate that.
No problem.
Now
No
you
problem.
just done
All
taught
right.
our taught our viewers a whole nother thing
Man,
with,
that
with
is-
Taught
digital.
me something
Hey.
too.
Phalanges with your fingers.
Hey.
We all four of us on this panel thought that digital meant online or something, or
Oh, no,
sexting,
online don't-
texting.
Oh no! See, that don't mean nothing unless it happens. You follow what I'm saying? But when there's them, but you better read those texts. If money comes to play, you already know what's gonna go down.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to men. They, like I said, fair exchange ain't no robbery. If I'm spending some money, you're gonna give me some of that honey. It's just the way it is, baby.
Oh wow! All right. Well, I have a
All right.
question because you are so are you talking? I mean, because the way you're talking, so is all men like that?
Well, I don't speak for every man. I speak for myself.
okay. You're
I don't speak for
okay.
every man. Because some men are not on my level. So
Oh,
You follow
okay.
what I'm
Yeah.
Are you
Yeah.
married, caller?
no, I'm not married. And stuff
You're
like
not.
that.
Okay, gotcha.
Oh, okay.
No. Yeah. So
You said that with like no conviction, like no, I mean.
No. See, I want to get married for the right reason. I want to get married for the wrong reason. But a lot of women that I met in the past, they want to get married for the wrong reason. You follow what I'm saying? Like, I want to find out. I want to know what her intentions are first. Either she's gonna get some inheritance, but she don't have to pay taxes, and she's trying to use me, to marry me, so she don't have to pay capital gains on some house that she's selling.
My man got a vivid imagination.
I love it.
You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
Like,
love it.
you gotta know what you're getting into, man. You know what I'm saying? Because nowadays, man, it's a hustler mentality. See, I'm from New York City, so we have that hustler mentality. So that's just the way we are. We always hustle and try to get that paper. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Word. All right.
All
Anything
right.
else, ladies?
No.
All right.
And gentlemen, we have a gentleman too.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Oh yeah, gentlemen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, yeah.
All right.
Anything?
Anybody got any other questions for this caller?
No.
Thank you,
I've
caller.
learned
We
something.
appreciate you, and we learned something about this digital cheating, this sexual
Word. All right,
digital
no problem.
cheating.
All right. Thank you.
All right, that sounds good.
All right, then.
You're
Thank you
welcome.
so
Peace.
much, and have an
Okay.
amazing day.
You too. All right, peace.
All right.
Bye.
My goodness.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was a lot.
Right. He said
Holy.
digital. I like that. Hey, he taught me something. I'm 59.
Yeah.
What's the next thing on this topic, ladies and gentlemen?
I want to talk about him a little bit.
Yeah, go ahead.
He doesn't speak for every man, but he definitely speaks for a big portion, I would say.
Uh-huh.
That, because just in general, men are hunters. We're the ones that go for it. So we look for a weakness. We want if you're actually hunting, you want the strongest and biggest whatever, cow, bear. You want the biggest win, but you got to find some weakness to exploit. And that's how we kind of come at women, but I do feel like things have changed somewhere in my little lifetime to where more women, it's easier now. Like y'all will fall. Oh, we don't have to really hunt or chase you for real because y'all just kind of give it so quickly now, so you don't have to fight. So then after we run into a woman that like you gotta come, you have to pursue me correctly. A lot of men stay back. She's too independent. She's not as easy as the rest of the women are these days, so they kind of stay away from them. And I've been noticing that too.
So now you got us on. Now I'm easy.
There are some. Oh yeah.
Easy like Sunday morning.
Wow.
And you know what? That's really sad, Emery, but it's the truth.
It is the truth.
Because so many women are out here, just like I tell people all the time about cheating. If there wasn't anyone for us to cheat with, cheating wouldn't exist.
Yeah.
And I had a young lady that wrote in about this topic saying she would rather have 5 minutes or 2 hours a week of somebody else's man or husband than not have it at all.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
She didn't care if the person was married or not. But if we don't feed into that, and with men too, because what I found in statistics, women, we cheat more than men.
Yeah.
We just don't get caught.
That's it.
That's what.
That's it.
That's true.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. Somewhere things changed because I remember, after the girls got boobs and butts when 6th grade or so, you try to go touch them, they'll slap you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, get off.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They genuinely would come at you like, "What are you doing?" Not now. That's what I meant by like they kind of fall before you even start chasing them. Oh, it's just so. You know what I mean? Like it's so fake. It's just so like things have changed. But I've also realized that since sex got easier to get, love got harder to find.
Right.
I love
That's
that.
true.
It was different. You had to court the girl. You know what I'm saying? It was
Right.
just it was a thing.
Right.
And past 30, 40 years, it's shifted to, women. It's too easy right
That's
now.
true.
It's too easy for a man to fall to what's natural. It was harder. You would have to pursue, or she'd be like, "Oh, you married? Get out of my face." Or I know your girlfriend, leave me alone. That doesn't happen right now in a lot of cases. So I'm definitely not making it cool for us to do it. I'm saying but it's easier to fall to our temptations now than it was before.
Right.
And I don't know how to fix it, to be honest, because we both have to do some fixing, women and men.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe it's from our children, how we raise them. I do feel like good daddies, ruin women by accident. I've been thinking about this for the past couple months, y'all. So y'all help me out too.
Mhm.
Okay.
I'm gonna try this theory.
Right.
That father who's there at all the, the little soccer games, whatever she does, takes her everywhere. She's a real deal daddy's girl, always hugging on him, laying on him as a kid and stuff, baby and kid, coming on up. That man has taught her, not to depend on any other man but her. But him.
Mm-hmm.
Right? No other man, nowhere, ever. And in his mind, he thinks he's teaching her what to look for in a man. Right? He says it like, this is what you expect from a man. He do this, he do that. But that same daddy takes her car and goes and fills it up for her. Anytime the oil needs to be changed, as an adult, he'll still go change her oil for her, do all this other stuff. But the difference is he don't expect nothing in return. You can hug daddy, oh, thank you, daddy, and that's it. A man's going to want something in return.
But you can even go a little further with that kind of scenario. There are women who are actually jealous of the relationship that their daughters have with their husbands.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because of the attention.
It goes there as well. Yeah,
that
absolutely.
he gives. Same with what you guys were saying about the mama's boy.
Mm-hmm.
It works on the other opposite end too. I know several people that are jealous of their daughter's relationship with their dad.
Yeah.
But see, I don't have a problem with that scenario though, because the dad is just teaching the daughter unconditional love. That's right.
He thinks he is though.
Well,
That's what I'm
and
saying.
I would say that he is, because my thing is, if you have to give him something in return, and he's keeping count of every time he's doing something for you, then that's not the right man for you.
Right.
Because
and I didn't mean it in that way though. I'm sorry.
It should be unconditional.
No, I don't think nothing is unconditional.
Well,
I feel like to me, now we can talk about it. The closest thing that we have to unconditional love is towards our kids. They could, if you have two kids, one kid could kill the other kid. You'll still love that other kid. You would be angry and hurt, of course, but you're not going to stop loving that kid. If we're married, I can do something to you that make you not love me no more. Right?
All right, we're going to take this next caller.
I want to come back to this if we can.
Okay.
Good morning. You're on live with Extraordinary Jewels and Authentic Conversations.
Yes, hello.
Hi, good morning.
How are you doing?
We're good. What about you?
Okay.
What state are you calling from, caller?
New Jersey.
New Jersey. Are you chiming in to talk about our topic? What do you define as cheating?
Yes, I could chime in on that.
All right. Where are you coming from?
Where am I calling from?
No, I said what perspective are you coming from, caller?
I'm coming from cheating is cheating, you know. As far as when you go behind someone's back and they don't know, that's cheating.
So let's say if your girlfriend is texting another man, is that cheating?
It depends on with their relationship. You know, if it's a flirty type of thing, yeah, I would say it's cheating. But yeah,
give us an example of then the flirting. What if you looked at your wife's or your girlfriend's text phone? What would you give us an example of what would you define as a flirting text?
If someone's saying like "I miss you" and that type of stuff, "I miss you, I can't wait to see you" type stuff, yeah, I would think that's cheating.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So what if she has a friend on Facebook and she's liking his pictures and he's liking her pictures? Is that cheating?
No, but it's getting towards that way. But that's not cheating, right? Not right then, but it's headed towards that way.
Well, what about this, caller?
Wow.
What about if you were at the post office? I'm talking about me. At the post office, and here comes Mr. Fine, Fine, Fine. And by the time I looked at him, I really needed to go down the street to CVS and put on a Depend. So at that moment, is that cheating, you think? Because I've been married for 26 years.
No, that's just, you just like what you see type thing. That's not, yeah.
But it could have led to cheating if we pursued it.
Oh, yeah, if you pursued it, yes. But there's nothing wrong with looking, I guess.
Okay, what do you guys think about the whole looking thing? Because I think sometimes looking can lead to cheating.
I mean, it can lead to it, but I mean, if you just looking, that's what it is. That's exactly what it is. You're just looking. You know, as long as you don't take it a step further.
So are you saying then maybe same instance of if you're going window shopping or you're shopping and you're not buying nothing, it's not considered shopping?
Yeah, basically, yes.
You ain't spending no money. That's definitely not shopping.
Well,
Yeah. Anybody else got anything for this caller?
No, he made some very good points to me.
Yeah.
I mean, you did. You made some very good points just about the whole concept of, man, that individual woman, because he was talking about women, but man, you made some good points. I like everything you said. Just concerning the whole idea of what people may believe cheating is, and the window shopping thing that Debbie brought up. I love that concept because to me, you catch people with, your eyes catch it first before anything catch it.
Yeah.
Your eyes is what leads you into
Right.
that whole step of the
Exactly.
possibility of cheating.
Right.
Just the concept of, what you see. If you can't shut down what you see, that's when the cheating begins.
yes,
Because you
yeah.
can't shut it down. And so even the concept of the texting and all of those particular things, if things are getting out of order through the text, I love the concept. People don't understand boundaries. Wouldn't you say that, caller? People don't understand
Yeah.
boundaries. And so when you don't
Exactly.
understand boundaries, then therefore the potentiality to cheat is right there.
Definitely there.
So
Yeah.
what about for you, caller? One last question. Do you consider pornography as cheating?
Pornography? No.
Caller, if I could see, you could see my facial expression right now. Really?
No, I don't think that's cheating. If someone's just looking at pornography or whatever, that's not cheating.
What do you think, Emery? Let's get our male perspective on this panel.
I don't think it in itself is. I think it can be. I feel like different things turn you on. Sometimes you're not able to engage with your spouse.
Mm-hmm.
And it just, that's what you use as a backup plan, right? So I definitely think it can be.
Yeah.
It can be 100%, but I don't think
become
it
addicted.
is.
And the onset, you don't believe it is, but if they keep the process
Yes.
going, then
It can definitely.
I mean,
it will. It probably
it
will.
yeah. Because then for me, the concept is if he or she, because it can be both
Yeah,
ways,
definitely.
he
It
or
is, yeah.
she finds the joy of looking at the pornography and the things, because what they're looking for is that dopamine to be released. That's what they're looking for. And if they see those particular tricks or those acts that's being performed through those other individuals, and that's something that the spouse can't do, and then they run into Tina again, let's say, or Bobby Earl. They run into Tina or Bobby Earl, and then Tina or Bobby Earl can do those tricks and those flips. Then they like, oh my goodness, this is what I was missing.
Yeah.
So I definitely agree with that.
I agree with that too. It's a little, it's awkward because like I do feel like the church did that. Like they took the stance of, okay, playing spades isn't a sin, right? Itself, but it leads to gambling, which is, or it leads to death because you get to fighting over it type of stuff. So what the church said do was no spades. It's not in the Bible, but that's what the church said. No spades, no red lipstick, or because it leads whatever. They were, the mindset was to stop it before it started, which is understandable. But it turned into a rule that now is a sin, which is what I feel like sometimes we make too many things that's not cheating, because like just looking, like he was saying, looking at somebody, and you get, you like what you like. So looking isn't the cheating, it's pursuing it or acting on it,
Right.
which is, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I think
The
That's
action.
good.
real big.
You have anything further that you'd like to add, caller?
No, that's about it.
All right, we thank you, Mr. New Jersey, for calling in on this
Mr.
topic,
New
and
Jersey.
we're gonna say that you
Bobby
started
Earl
out
from New
saying
Jersey.
cheating is cheating behind their back.
Yeah.
We thank you, Mr. New Jersey.
All right.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Thank you.
you.
Y'all have a good one.
You do the same, sir.
I like how he said behind the back.
I like
that's
that
what,
too.
That's what does it. If you can't do what you're doing in front of your boo,
Right.
cheat.
Right.
You know,
You
we
cheat.
can wrap it up.
Right.
That's cheating.
I
That's
like
true.
that.
That is
Anything
I
you
like
can't
that
do around
statement.
her or
That's
him,
true.
you know,
Or
him
him.
for y'all.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's cheating.
Gotcha.
If you can talk to whoever
On the
front of your
phone, in
boo.
front of
in
them.
front of them and
Yeah.
laugh or do whatever y'all, you know, whatever,
Mhm.
then it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well,
Anybody
see, wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on. Because it do. And see, this is where you have to understand, because I know a lot of individuals, and it happened to me in times past too before, where everybody was having a conversation, everybody was good with each other, and then everything was happening in front of your face, but you didn't know she was sleeping with your man, or he was or he was you
Yeah.
understand,
Oh,
or he
yeah.
was sleeping with her.
Definitely.
And everybody is there in conversation, hee ha ha, and y'all having a whole thing over here.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I know too many people who have experienced that dynamic where
Same.
and
Oh, yeah.
it has towed some stuff up. And so
Right.
I think it has to do for me with boundaries. When people understand clear cut what boundaries are, then you understand. I love the concept you brought out with the spades, right? And the fact that it can lead to other things.
Right.
What scripture was trying to do was set boundaries. You have to
Right,
understand
right.
the boundaries. And when people don't understand boundaries, and you're understanding them, not knowing that this is going to lead to this, then you just jump out there willy-nilly, and now you have all these dynamics that are displaying behind those particular choices.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
So it can be the gateway to
Yeah, the
something even
gateway.
worse.
Yes.
Well, we got a whole
Absolutely.
bunch of gateways. I mean, come on now.
That's the thing, right? That's
Anything
the
could
thing.
be a gateway.
Anything
Look,
could
the
be your thing.
first caller said we got digital. We thought it was
We
online,
thought
and
it-
he talk about fingering somebody. He said whether it be anal or vaginal.
A
Right.
lot of gateways.
Exactly. And he said oral and penetration.
Yes.
That was caller number 1 from
Yes.
Texas
true.
/ bio New York.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
Okay, ways. It's a bunch of stuff that can lead to it, but the actual thing that can lead to it isn't cheating necessarily. In most cases, like, talking on the phone or seeing somebody, who you think is cute is not cheating, but pursuing it or doing more, anything like he said, anything that you can't do around your boo is cheating.
right.
Anything you got to sneak
And do right.
is cheating.
What is an example of a flirting text to you, Emery, or you, Sharmi, or Rondine? What's an example of a flirting text?
It could be good morning. To be honest, it can
That's
it can
interesting.
100% be good morning. 100%. It depends, like you were saying though, on the relationship, because you don't know what's behind it. You don't know what they're doing on the offside when ain't nobody around. That good morning could be so loaded with more than good mornings. Like, clearly, you're the first thing on my mind this morning.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, which means I was probably thinking about you before I went to bed.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I'm wondering, are
perspective.
you up yet? And if you're going to respond quickly, which is going to send that dopamine right back through my brain and get me excited. You know what I'm saying?
That's good
It
concept.
can say so much. But most times it's not. I would argue most times good morning, but it depends on who it is. If me and you got something going on, or if I like you, or if I know you like me, that good morning text to you may make your day.
That's true.
And I know it, so I'm going to do it,
That's very true.
which is more than what it is. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. What
So
about
it
you,
don't gotta be,
Sharmi?
let me see what you got on.
Yeah. And just to piggyback, I believe that whole good morning statement, because for me, it will have to do with, if you got every single morning, y'all waking up, somebody texting your phone saying good morning, and she's of the opposite set every single morning, something's wrong with that.
Well, most
And
mornings.
so
I know that's right.
I look for me, I will look for patterns. You know, what are the patterns going on? You know, because when you see patterns, you can't deny patterns. Now, I could deny everything else, but if the opposite sex is constantly texting the phone, good morning, the every first thing before I even told you good morning, you got a good morning text from somebody. You know, something's wrong with that. You see what I'm saying?
That's something.
Something's wrong with that. And so for me, just when you say what would I consider texting or whatever, flirting text, for me, I would say just the general conversations that where you can look at the text and you can see what's not being said. For me, because you have a lot of conversations in text where you can see what's not being said.
Yeah.
And for me, I'm gonna look for patterns. She shouldn't be texting you every single day. Number one, when you got a wife at home, or when you got somebody, he shouldn't be texting you every single day. What's up with that? Why y'all got to text every day? Right? You know, that's not
consistency.
Okay. Yeah, there you go.
So what about in the text? They're using the emojis, you know, the heart emoji or the
all of that,
you know, the smile.
Right, I'm with all of
emoji.
it. Right, you heard me?
Yeah,
all of it.
Right.
Yeah, if you boot up, that's too far.
Yeah.
It just is. But then at the same, like, you have to set those boundaries. That's a conversation that needs to be had.
There has to be.
That's
you know,
true.
and a lot of times we kind of do shy away from harder conversations for whatever reason, because maybe it'll go bad or you're kind of shy, you don't know how to start it, it's awkward, whatever the reason, we don't have them enough.
Yeah.
Like, you know, or we'll have them too soon. I think that'll push, if we and you just meet and, you know, I'm trying to get with you and you, this, girl. Like, really,
you doing you first.
Right.
Yeah.
I want to see if we good. You know what I'm saying? And but so it can be too much, or it's just not had at all. But we definitely need to have those conversations because you know, boundaries are boundaries. Yeah. This is something that triggers me. Right.
Yeah. But then sometimes you can wait too long because let's say you just knowing this person and 6 months down the line, he's always had these female friends, and you may say, well, you know, you're in a relationship now, so can you let those female friends go? And you may say, well, you knew I had these female friends from the beginning.
Waiting too late. Yeah.
Yeah. So sometimes it's too late to have that conversation. So you may need to have it up front if it makes you feel uncomfortable. Yeah.
Like there are some I would agree 100%. Like some like that type of stuff. Like if you notice I got a bunch of girlfriends, genuinely friends, and we starting to talk or whatever, you know, somewhere in a couple weeks, 6 weeks, so you know, if me and you pick up, you ain't gonna be able to do this.
Right.
You know, something like that needs to happen.
Right.
But like, you know, going through, you know, every one of your triggers so soon seems pointless because it almost seems like rules. Like you gotta do it like this, or I can't mess with you.
My way
or
the highway.
I mean? Yeah, pretty much.
Yep.
But I do agree 100% though. You can't wait too long.
Right.
Yeah.
And miss your opportunity because then he's right. Like you knew I had Sharon and Tina and da-da-da-da-da. They've been around. They've met you. Y'all hung out. Blah, blah, blah. You ain't said nothing.
Right.
And now you want to say something. Yeah.
But that can be sometimes the picture that you can paint for that could be what Sharmy's mentioned, though. You have, I met Tina. I met Karen and Nancy. And you're sleeping with Tina, Karen, and Nancy. So...
Then
that's another different scenario because where can you hide something from somebody? It's in plain sight.
Right in their face,
Yes, that's true.
And Tina, Karen, and Nancy giving me the side eye when they see me.
And you going out with Tina, Karen, and Nancy because sometimes you find that it's your friends that's doing it, and they're right there in plain sight. Like you're not expecting them. What about the person that their sister has slept with their husband or their brother slept with their wife or their girlfriend, you know?
Wow.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
They have that too.
Those things happen, I feel like, a lot of cases when the wife and husband are not getting along, but the sister of the wife sides with the husband and makes that like vocal, like makes it known that she's in agreement with the husband over the sister. You know what I'm saying? Then that kind of starts slow and kind of builds to whatever it's going to get to. I've seen that happen too.
Yeah, I've seen it happen too. But there's some things we need to set a boundary where I'm just not doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the reason and how we got started even in this topic is I had a conversation with a young man that said, Deb, I'm okay if my wife cheats on me with a man, but I'm not okay if she cheats with me. With the woman, he said, but not if she cheats on me with a man.
Oh, I've heard that way.
And so I asked him, I said, well, what about if she cheats on you with a dog or a cat? And he says, Miss Debbie, nobody sleeps with animals. I said, yeah, they do.
Yes, they do.
And so he was like, oh, okay. So then he kind of like blew me off or whatever. So that's when Rondine and I said, okay, you know what? We're going to do this topic. What do you define it? Because what I might consider to be cheating, the next person says they're okay with that. So and this topic wasn't brought up that we would have everybody would come together and have this come to Jesus meeting and say, okay, yeah, now, we all agree with each other. We're all on the same page. No, everybody has their own opinion about something. They have their own viewpoint, and everyone certainly has their own perspective.
Yes.
So that's what this topic was about. And we thank the callers that called in, and we're going to continue. This was episode number 1 of What Do You Define as Cheating? And we want you to join us. Hit us up on our Facebook and our Instagram and Extraordinary Jewels. And we have a YouTube channel, and hit us up and type in your questions, and we'll discuss your questions on our next episode. And we just thank you for joining. And you guys have any last words that you'd like to say out here to our viewers?
No, I would just want to thank all the callers that called in. Great opinions.
Right.
Just appreciate everything.
Yeah, me too. Just thank you so much. This was rich. It was
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, good
Just to hear
perspective.
everybody's perspective and just dialogue about what do you define as cheating.
Right.
Because everybody have their own perspective.
Right.
And whatever your perspective is, that's really where your body's going to follow.
Right.
I agree.
All right.
I feel like we definitely need to have those conversations and set those boundaries, and we need to understand also, like we said before the actual call, your truth and the truth are not always the same thing.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
That's a very tough one to really grasp. But it's just not. How you feel may be exactly how you feel, but
Doesn't make it the truth.
it doesn't make it right.
That is true.
It doesn't.
Right.
But you feel your way, so you need you need to be validated for how you feel. Of course, you feel that way. But I didn't slap you.
That's
You know what I'm
right.
saying? Like
Right.
I never touched you.
Right.
Yeah.
You feel like I did, or I didn't cheat on you because I'm talking to my mama
Right.
about whatever.
Right.
I'm a mama's boy. I'm not. It's not cool, but it's not cheating.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Respect.
But those guidelines and boundaries do need to be set.
Right.
Right.
Them hard conversations.
All right.
Right.
Those
But that's why you-
authentic conversations.
Yeah, you got.
There
But
you
you got to
go.
have them, man. Like you can't. My mama used to say pussyfoot. You can't pussyfoot around.
Right. Exactly.
The older you get, the less time you get for mess anyway.
That's
Right.
correct.
But instead of just cutting it off as soon as you see something, have a conversation.
Right.
Right.
Talk about
And then if it's not working, cut it off.
There you go.
All right, then. We thank you guys so much, and thank you for joining Extraordinary Jews in this authentic conversation of what do you define as cheating. We'll see you next time.